They have been kind for the backers, especially the last 5 weeks. But you know
Yep.
what? Who's been kind to me has been the Kansas Jayhawks the last 3 weeks. Kansas is 5-6. They've won three in a row, and they did something that no other team in college football has ever done. With a team with a losing record, which they started this at 2-6. They won three straight games against top 25 teams. That has never been done. And when you look at this team, they never were this bad as their record indicated. At the beginning of the season, they lost three games in a row to Illinois, UNLV, and West Virginia by a combined 13 points. In those three losses, they were on the wrong side of a turnover margin of 8-3. Now you're -5 in turnovers and you lose all three of those games. That's expected. But to only lose them by the single digits that they did in all of those games tell you how much better Kansas was. And that was confirmed for me 2 weeks ago. I do a radio show at the Westgate every Friday. It's great. I get to talk to the sports book directors there, Jay Cornegay and John Murray. That particular week, it was John Murray on the show. And I asked him plain and simple, when Kansas was a 2.5-point underdog at BYU was undefeated at the time. I said to him, you guys are begging everybody to take BYU in this game. They're undefeated, playing a team under 500, and the line's under a field goal. And he flat out told me all of their numbers still had Kansas as a top 25 offense. And we've seen that in the last few weeks. I'm riding this Kansas team. Normally, a team that had three upsets like they had against top 25 teams, you would hear me come on here and say, we got to put the fat and sassy alert on them. But the fact that they're 5-6, trying to get to 500, which is such a mental motivator for a team, nobody wants to be tagged a loser. You lose this game, you're 5-7, you had a losing season. You win this game, you're 6-6, you're bowl eligible, you salvage the season, and they're going to finish it out. This team can run the football, and that's bad news for Baylor. Baylor gave up big yardage in the last couple games as they gave up 265 yards to Iowa State. They gave up 262 to West Virginia. I like Kansas. I'm going to ride the wave, ride the hot team, finishing on a good note.